Ladies and gentlemen, the questions you've all been asking are now being answered. Welcome to another edition of It's All About Who You Know, the podcast where influential people talk big topics in sports, faith, and more. Your host is a former Oregon State wrestler. He has a 4.9 star Uber rating and is currently undefeated in his MMA career. Here is Christian Robertson.
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. Super excited you guys are here. So, as you can probably see by the title, we're going to have Jacobe Smith on in a minute. But before we do that, I think I want to get in. I think I want to start something new. So, I've been thinking about this, and I'd love your guys' feedback on this. Oh, I think that was my Tinder. I just got a match or something. I don't know. Let me check. Yep, got a new match. No big deal. It's the quarantine life, man. Don't judge me. Anyway, but so I'm thinking about doing something a little different with just with the podcast and going forward. So as you guys probably heard last week, so just moving forward, I set my goals for the podcast, and I would love to achieve those goals. If you guys want to go back and listen to it, I talk about it, but also if you guys would like to, before I get into just the podcast in general, what really helps me out is when you guys share this. So just find one person in your contact info. Some of you guys are wrestlers. Some of you guys probably know who Jacobe is. Maybe that would be a reason to want to share this. He was an All-American at Oklahoma State, rather. He's going to be an MMA fighter. But also share this because I'm going to be having a lot of big guests on. I just confirmed with Caden Henschel. He's a YouTuber, wrestler. That I'm going to be on his podcast and he's going to be on mine. So, share this with one person. If it's something I say that has nothing to do with wrestling, if it has to do with wrestling, if it has to do with faith, whatever it is, maybe somebody will get value out of it. So find one person in your contact list, share it with them. The goal by the end of the year is 25,000 listeners. So, let's just say we got a little ground to cover, but I fully intend on putting the work in. And I think God's really blessed this podcast and blessed what I'm doing, so I intend on that happening. So make sure you guys subscribe to this podcast, and also it'll be on YouTube. I'm putting all the full podcasts on their own channel now. It's all about who you know. I really don't know if that was a great decision to be making this early on. I know a lot of people do it later on, but they do it, and yeah, I think it's a good long-term play, because I think for my channel, Christian Robertson, just with the vlogs and stuff, I think it's better that way, that channel is its own separate thing. And then maybe short little bits and stuff will go on my actual channel. But yeah, so if you guys want to go subscribe to both of those, it's all about who you know. And then especially go subscribe to Christian Robertson. Those are the two that I have and do. So real quick, I want to get into this because I've been thinking about this, and I'd love your guys' feedback on this. If you guys want to, shoot me a DM or something. But so I do some, my vlogs are getting a little bit more. I'd say I'm getting better. I think, hopefully, but I'm doing some crazier things. So like this last week, Sorry, somebody just texted me. But this last week, I did a fast, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, I did a fast, and I spoke on it briefly. But what I'm thinking about doing is with these vlogs, that are, not just, normal, they take a lot of planning. Like I've got a paintball vlog coming out. I probably won't do this for that, but I'm thinking about doing a podcast for every vlog. So, like, I did the fast, and I've got a vlog coming out next week. I'm going to do a 1 mile open water swim, if it's Saturday, the 4th, in the cold. I mean, it's supposed to be 50 degrees in the water I'm going, but, just something like that. And I could anticipate vlogs being more like that as time goes on, being more, for lack of a better word, just crazy stuff, especially with these morning Metcons I've been doing on my Instagram. So I think I want to do a weekly podcast, just to provide content, maybe going more in depth to some of those ideas, to some of those things, like the fast. So to this week, I want to talk a little bit about the fast, more in depth, because obviously there's a lot. If you watch the video, that just dropped on the 2nd. So you'll be listening to this on the 3rd. It's Friday, so it dropped on Thursday, which my vlogs drop every Thursday now. Obviously you don't see everything, and I kind of just wanted to, just get into it a little bit before we get into the Jacobe podcast, and discuss it and talk about it, and just kind of open the monologue, I guess. It wouldn't be a dialogue, but you guys are more than welcome to, ask me questions about it. But so basically, for those of you that don't know, I went on a 5-day fast. All I had for 5 days. So I started Sunday night and I ended Friday night. All I had in that time was water. I had no other drinks, no other calories, nothing. And it was just water the whole time. And that really, that really came about. I felt like God put it on my heart, just real instantly, like that. Hey, we're doing a fast. And, I was just struggling with some stuff, and I really just felt like God's Spirit was saying, hey, let's do a fast. Let's get to it. And I was like, oh, okay. So I did, and I decided what week, and it was spring break, and, I was going to do it. And it was a real weird time because before that I got really sick. So I was sick for about a week and a half. Bad, like worst than I've ever. I thought I had the virus. I went and I didn't get checked, but I was verbally assessed, and I didn't have a fever or loss of breath or anything. Excuse me. But I was sicker than I've ever been. So I lost like probably 10 pounds. I was probably weighing 240 something before. Got down to 230, and then that was the week. Like God was like, I want you to do the fast now. So I don't even know what I weighed at the end of the fast. I was skinny. I was looking in the mirror. I was like, dang, like that is, I'm skinny. I've put on some of those pounds back on, or put some of those pounds back on rather. But yeah, that was a decision I had made. If you watch the video, obviously I don't really talk too much about all of that in detail, but, yeah, I, really just, wanted to do it. 5, I was praying like, okay, well, how many days? And I was praying, and I felt like 5 was the daily amount that God wanted me to do, and yeah, that's what I did. And it was great. I mean, it sucked. I don't want to do it anytime soon. Do it again anytime soon. But excuse me, I was getting a drink there. But I feel like I learned a lot. I feel like just obviously there's a lot of biblical principles that go into fasting, and some of those verses I actually used in my video to describe those. But yeah, it really it was actually, I could probably pull a couple of those up real quick while I'm talking here. But it was just a real weird experience almost, because and I said in the video I was tempted with some things, but I didn't give in to them because I was like, I'm starving my body. Why would I give in to something I don't need that the enemy is tempting me with, when I'm legitimately starving my body of something I do need? And so yeah, I didn't do it. And yeah, and it felt great, and I really just felt like certain things in my head were opened up. Obviously, the body aspect of it, the physical stuff to it, but was awesome. And the whole process was just really eye-opening. Was just an amazing time, to get in the Word and really spend time with God throughout the entire process. And sorry, I'm looking at my computer right now, but I just felt like it was a good opportunity. I felt like it was an amazing time to, it was really the best time for me, because I've never cut weight or anything. So I didn't really, I spoke on this in the video, but I didn't really need to be big during that time. So it was an amazing opportunity for me to do it. And just the big reason I wanted to do it was going into this next phase of life. I'm looking for a place to move. I'm, not going into the most financially secure career path with fighting. And and I'm trusting that I'm going to be good at that. And I'm trying to do YouTube and podcasting. And so, that's just, one of those things. Like, I'm uncertain, I don't have a $60,000 job waiting for me on the other end of my degree. I'm going down a path that is very, very uncertain, but could yield a lot of rewards, with pursuing MMA. And so I really just felt like God was saying, hey, let's pray about this. Let's go through this. And this was before all the coronavirus stuff happened. And so it was, it was just an amazing time, to be praying. And then I had decided I was going to do it. And then all this stuff happened. And my dad actually, he's in the hospital right now. He, got sick. And, so, all this stuff, it happened. And it's like, well, shoot, I got plenty of stuff to be praying for. And man, I just saw some amazing things. I just saw God do some amazing things in that time. And some of you guys might have come here. Sorry for the some of the content. Some of you guys might have come here for, listen to me talk to Jacobe, and I'll get to that. But God did some amazing things, and just during that time, my brothers and I really, really connected well. We were talking a lot on the phone. We were doing Bible studies and stuff, which we haven't done in the past. We were praying together. I was praying with my mom. I was praying with my brothers, and it was just obviously this uncertainty. How's my dad going to be? Which he's doing a lot better now. For those of you guys that have been praying, I appreciate that. Please continue to do so. I think he's going to be able to come home tomorrow, and I'm going to leave Sunday to go down there and be with them. But if you guys could be continuing to pray, that'd be amazing. But yeah, so I mean, this fast, it just yielded a lot of stuff. I realized, how much of an event almost eating is. I didn't eat for 5 days, and you don't realize how many hours of your day that takes up. And so it was really crazy to see that. It was really crazy to go throughout the day and just want to eat and be like, well, I can't eat right now. So the whole thing was awesome. Like I said, I can't see myself doing it again anytime soon, just logistically. I'm hopefully going to need to be over 240 pounds for a while with fighting. This time next year, I've got, big plans, big goals, and big aspirations of where I want to be. And but I can definitely fast other things. I can definitely fast for, a day or two at a time, and be okay relatively. So yeah, but that was, the fast was just an amazing opportunity. It was something I really felt like God was putting on my heart. And ever since I got done, I've had so much energy. I've been doing like crazy workouts that I feel like I just didn't even have the mind to think of or do. I've been, propelled to do this 1 mile open water swim, which I'm going to do tomorrow and hopefully not die. Then the next day I was like, okay, let's do 300 burpees. And I did 300 burpees, which sucked, by the way. And then I'm walking, about to shower, and I see the cold tub, which is 54 degrees. And I just felt like, hey, let's sit in there neck deep for 10 minutes. And I did. And, that just sucked. It honestly wasn't that bad after like the 2-minute mark. It didn't, so just like crazy stuff. And then today, like the sled pushes with the car, that was fun. Me and my buddy Quinn did that. Sorry, excuse me. It's like 10:25 where I'm at. So, but yeah, that was just, I've just felt like so much more energy. I'm like, wow, like I just want to work out. I've been working out like 2 or 3 times a day and feeling great and eating good. And I feel like the fast just opened up my mind, opened up my spirit, and was just an amazing opportunity. So I have, honestly though, I felt like, and I'll just be honest because I think, some of you guys might just be sticking around to listen to hear me talk about the fast. But I feel like I've been in a lull with God a little bit these last couple of days. Like I haven't really wanted to read my Bible, and I don't really know what that is. I haven't wanted to pray very much. I don't really know what that is, but it's definitely weird. And I think just putting it out there in the open like takes the power away from it. But that's kind of been what's been going on since these last couple of days. And I don't know if it's just like I've just been so productive that I need to rest or what, but I've been doing a lot of work and I'm sorry. But yeah, that's been a little bit weird. So that's been one thing that I've been, really analyzing and looking into a little bit, but I think some of it probably comes from not really taking a rest day. I slept for 12 hours yesterday. I was like, what? Yeah, I slept for 12 hours. Woke up, I felt like I got hit by a bus. My body just needed some rest. So that probably has something to do with it. So maybe tomorrow or something I'll take a little Sabbath day or something. But I got that verse pulled up. I actually want to read that. So we're going to get to the Jacobe podcast here in a second, guys, I swear. It's 1 Corinthians 9:27. It says, "But I discipline my body and keep it under control, lest after preaching to others, I myself be disqualified." So that was basically the essence of the fast. I was disciplining my body. I wanted to be, it's my body. I feel like we're a soul with a body, not a body with a soul. And sometimes, the roles like to get reversed, and I just wanted to, be able to put my body in check with whatever comes my way, to know that I'm disciplined and to really just persevere through that. So that's basically just the in-depth of the fast, everything I really want to say there. Nobody's asking me any questions, and I talked about it a little bit in my last video, so I don't really have much more to say there. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Shoot. With that, we're going to get into the Jacobe podcast real quick. Also, if you guys have not yet subscribed to this podcast, but also go over to my YouTube channel, Christian Robertson, subscribe to that. And if you want to, these videos get dropped on another channel. It's the same title as this. It's all about who you know. So you guys just go subscribe to all three of those. If you guys are looking for a new clothing brand, the best clothing brand that I've found in this time of quarantine, actually I found them before, so, but it's Activewear. I just bought a shirt from them. They're awesome. They're real tight fitting, like nice, kind of like a Lululemon, but I personally like it a little bit better. And you guys can get 15% off that. I'll leave a link for that in the description below, but you guys can get 15% off for that at if you use the promo code Barbell Robertson. So guys, make sure you share this podcast and with one person, and go subscribe. But let's get into the Jacobe podcast.
What's up, man?
What's going on, buddy?
Oh, not much. Just relaxing today. How you doing? Can you see me?
I can't see you. Is your screen on? Is it my bad or yours? There we go. What's up, buddy?
Hey, there you go. What's up?
Rocking the other OSU I see.
Oh yeah, always.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Long time no see. For
I know. I thought this meeting was.
It's been a while.
What's it been? 3 years? It's been about 3 years now. No.
Yeah.
Shoot, almost 4.
Yeah, give or take.
Because you were a year ahead of me, man.
Mhm.
So how's everything going, man?
Yeah.
You got a little family out there, everything?
Yeah, just living the life, the married life. Just signed with a management team for my MMA career, so that's pretty nice.
Gotcha. Very cool.
Waiting for this Corona to blow over so I could actually get to work.
That's
everything
crazy,
shut
man.
down.
It's crazy. How's it affecting you with training and everything? I know.
I ain't training too much right now. I'm just like I hit mitts and stuff like that, but I'm recovering from surgery I had on March 6th.
Okay.
Yeah, I had knee surgery, so.
Gotcha. Now you said you train in California, but you live in Oklahoma. How does that work?
So I just signed with him, but I went out and trained for a week about a year ago, and so that's pretty much what locked me in and got me a spotter pretty much. And So whenever I start training or whenever this clear up, whenever I can go to Cali, whenever this clears up or whenever they free this little thing they got going on,
Yeah.
I'll be able to go train there. And I'm gonna train on like my submissions and jiu-jitsu and stuff like that for about a year, and then I'll probably get me a house in Dallas, something like that.
Okay. Dallas,
but
Texas?
They got many gyms, you know. Yeah, Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
But they got many sites, but that site I'll be like more connected with DC and more of the bigger people to help me with starting, you know, start off right, strong.
Gotcha. Now what's your big connection there? Is it Crutchmer?
Yes.
Kyle. Is he like your big brother?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He's a good dude?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's pretty good. I actually spent Christmas with them, I want to say my first year at OSU.
Oh, really?
I didn't go. Yeah, I didn't go home. I didn't get to go home. So, and he lived an hour away. So I just ended up spending Christmas with his family, and they got me presents and stuff. It was pretty neat, actually.
That's pretty cool, man. He seems like a good guy. I've heard stories. Is he a pretty wild guy? I mean, he's in the right sport or the right profession?
I think. Would you
say that?
Yeah. You know, I mean, he ain't wild. He got a pass.
Yeah.
You know.
So.
What? Like my boy waking up.
Oh, hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, it's okay. Come here. Daddy here. Come here.
If you got to go, man, no worries at all. What's up, buddy?
Oh, no, it'll be all right.
What's your son's name?
Go see Mama. She in the living room. His name is Kendall.
What's up, Kendall?
Go see Mommy. She outside on the porch. It's okay. Go.
How old is he?
He'll be 2 in April 28th.
Gotcha. Now, so what? So you spent 3 years at OSU. You did.
Mm-hmm.
You All-American your junior year, right? You got 8th.
Yeah, junior year, 8th place.
And then, so what's been the holdup with MMA? Because didn't you know you wanted to do that?
Yeah. 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, buddy. It's okay. Stop crying. So pretty much the holdup was my knee.
Okay.
So I don't know if you remember or not, but when I won my second title for NEO, I ended up hurting my knee in that last match.
Oh. Okay.
And so when we celebrated and stuff, I didn't really get to celebrate after. Because I was hurt.
Gotcha.
So it ended up healing and stuff. When I got to OSU, it never bothered me. So I went undefeated my redshirt year, and then the year I got to actually wrestle, I hurt it that same knee against Missouri, Daniel Lewis.
Oh, that jerk.
He ended up popping in that match, and then it was worse than what the MRI was actually showing. So
gotcha.
I had a choice to get surgery or wrestle on it, and I actually decided to wrestle on it.
Gotcha.
I didn't want to risk not being able to wrestle.
Gotcha. Now, so did that bother you a little bit your senior year then? Quite a bit?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
My body was getting tired. It was wearing down. I was trying to tell my coaches I needed to, rig my workouts because how much it was affecting me, but it didn't get across how it should. So, you know.
How does John deal with those type of requests? Same as Renfro, pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much. tough as hell on you, and either you can go or you can't, and if you can't, he'll find somebody else.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, all right.
Guys are psychos, man.
It's okay. Come here.
What's up, buddy?
Say hi. It's okay. You want some water?
You want to answer some questions for your dad?
Here you go. Oh, yeah, okay.
So who's your manager?
I signed with Zinkin Sport Management.
Okay.
It's a company pretty much, and they run people like DC, Kyle. Hey, it's okay, baby. But they got some pretty big names, and pretty much AKA is pretty much associated with them. So
gotcha.
I'm pretty much linked.
Gotcha. Now, so do you go to San Jose very often, or no?
Not often. I've been once.
Oh, just the one time.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's nice out there, man. My family lives in California now, so I'm out there. I'm about to head out there Sunday.
Yeah, I used to live there when I was little. I grew up in Sacramento.
Gotcha. So are you gonna?
Yeah, so
So are you, so you're gonna get a house in Dallas. Are you just gonna train in Cali for fights and then have like another gym in Dallas, or how's that gonna
yeah,
work?
something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
or wherever I go, like I'm gonna be wanting to travel a lot and stuff whenever we can, and wherever there's gyms and stuff, pretty much I'll be setting my locations up, my trips up like that, so I can still be training while I go.
Gotcha. Well, so you're an AKA guy, so you might have a little bit information regarding the 249. Do you think Khabib and Tony is going to happen? What are you hearing from the guys over there? You want to drop some scoop here?
Yeah. So I don't really know anything at all. I want it to happen. I'm just a fan right now.
Okay.
I'm not locked in with any of them, but I definitely want it to happen. But I keep seeing all these little articles about Khabib not being able to get into the U.S. and then I actually seen one today saying he actually might get on a private flight and be able to make it. So I don't know. I'm just seeing what everybody else is seeing.
Yeah. Have you trained with him at all?
I trained there, but me and him never ever hooked up.
Gotcha. What does Kyle say about like his wrestling and stuff? I mean, it's pretty.
It's pretty good. He can wrestle.
Yeah.
He wanted to remind me. He can wrestle pretty good, obviously, but I never wrestled him personally, but I know I can go with him. Like my wrestling is probably better.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of people, and it's if you look at it, it's you can analyze it a little bit, but he's really good on the cage. But as far as like open, like he doesn't really have that that freestyle or folk style background. It seems like
Yeah,
it's more.
so
He's like got
exactly what it is.
he's got the even if you put him like in a ring, like with ropes, I feel like he would have a lot of trouble there. But because of the
For
cage,
sure.
he's able to get guys' backs on the wall and
And
looks
just mouth.
dude,
So yeah, his style is pretty unique.
it's crazy.
I
Man.
like it. I mean, people hate it, but I like it. It's smart. I mean, he ain't taking damage, and after fights, he can still go out and look pretty
Yeah.
and not be sore or have a headache.
It,
You know?
Yeah, I'm sure you've probably noticed this too, but as like a wrestler, we usually have real powerful hips, so our punches are a lot harder. And it's real
Mhm.
easy to get comfortable just standing in the pocket trying to trade.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
hard to
yeah.
go like you see guys like Gaethje, like it's real hard to stick with that skill set.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you notice that at all when you I mean, are you just doing boxing right now? Is that it? All you can do?
Pretty much. I'm just sitting on my butt right now, hitting mitts sometimes, but I'm getting around more better now. But as soon as I can start going, I'm gonna start doing as much as I can.
Gotcha. So do you know when you said about a year before you fight?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
around a year.
So, so you remember Jeremy, don't you? And you know Gus, right?
Yeah.
Fuentes.
Yeah.
So I had them on the.
Jeremy.
Maybe I should have. Seriously,
Yeah.
dude, he's a character. I guess he's getting into MMA now, and Gus might actually.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't remember what he said. You know, Jeremy. It's always something, man.
hmm That dude crazy.
But no, he's getting into MMA. So I had him on, and then Gus we've been doing a weekly one every week. But
Nice.
we were telling some NEO stories the other day. I was wondering if you had any. I was wondering if you had any.
Yeah. Oh, I got a lot. All
Bro.
right, so
It's
I'm gonna
crazy.
start off with our story.
Oh, with
About
ours,
The day we were lifting,
bro.
and
Hopefully you're getting
so
paid
I
a
don't
little
know
bit.
who came in, but you remember Blake
Yeah, I remember.
Andrews?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all had something going on or whatever, but me and him was friends, and he was like, "I bet you $20 you won't go punch Barbell in the face," and I was like, "What? He's stupid." And I didn't never lift, and I was in there for some reason, and I was like, "I need $20 so I could go get me some food." So I walked up to you and hit you in the face. As soon as I hit you, I turned to him and was like, "I want my money." Next thing you know, I'm getting popped in the mouth, popped in the nose, my nose bleeding, lips bleeding, and then we just lost it. Pushed you up against the wall. We started just trading punches.
Oh
It was
man,
kind of crazy.
I wasn't. I wasn't ever gonna bring that story up, but I'm glad you did.
Oh, I love it.
Oh man, that was I was a little different back then.
Yeah.
I was the quiet guy, not like super assuming. I think I annoyed the crap out of everybody.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Everybody hated you. I just know I needed that $20, so I did it. But good memories though.
Yeah, man, it was fun. I was scared for obviously you've grown up a little bit since then, and you're gonna be making money doing
Oh
that. But I was scared for a little bit. I was like, bro, I'm gonna get jumped or something. Like it's gonna be
nah.
because
Dude,
Latham.
I love that kind of stuff. That's the thing about me. I grew up fighting all my life, and I can accept if I get my ass whooped. I can take it. I don't hold grudges.
I just wish you would have told me, like, hey man, let's go. I was just sitting there talking, and next thing I know, boom! I'm like, who the heck just
Yeah,
hit me? So that was
yeah, that's
fun.
pretty
I mean,
funny, man.
I think I definitely my reputation definitely changed after that. So it was good. It was mutually beneficial, as
You
they
needed it.
say. But
Yeah,
oh man, we were talking about just Renfro, how crazy that dude is, man. He was
yeah.
always
You remember the day he let us go home and said we needed to be back Monday night, and I think it was like Martin Luther King Day, and he made us come back that day, even though we didn't have school, and I was late. We had like a 6 o'clock practice, 6 o'clock at night practice or
oh,
something like that, and I was late, and then he got so pissed off at me, he put his wrestling shoes on and got out there and decided he wanted to try and whoop my ass, and then he shot a high crotch on me, and I fed him my hips and ran behind him, and then after that I shot like a double leg on him or something, and he just walked off the mat and went into the wrestling room, and then we finished practice, and he was just so pissed at me, but nothing else ever happened after that. It was crazy.
I don't remember that. That might have been was that your first year there? That might have been your first year there. I don't
Uh, it might have been. I can't actually recall. I don't know which one it was, but I remember it happening.
Oh, dude, he used to I don't know, you remember he used to always yell at me cuz I was
Yeah,
like too
at weights especially.
I was too small to be heavyweight and too big to
Hmm.
be 97, and he just wasn't
Yeah,
happy. They recruited me at heavyweight, and then
yeah,
I was like 225 all season, and he would just yell and like, oh,
crazy.
it was nuts, man. I was like, come on, man, I don't know what you want me to do. He's
Lose
crazy.
all that weight probably.
Yeah, well, I said I would, and I went up to him and I said, Coach, like, I thought I was recruited as a heavyweight, like, that's why I got the scholarship. But if you want me to go 197, I will. He's like, no, buddy, I don't want you to go 197. I get upset sometimes, and I care about you. That's why I yell at you. And I was like, well, thanks, man.
Hmm.
But no,
Oh yeah.
he's a good guy, man. I still talk to him a lot.
I haven't talked to him. I talked to him about a couple months back.
Yeah.
When I first graduated, I was seeing if he had any job offers open or anything.
Mm,
But it's been a couple months, I would say.
gotcha. Now, what are you doing for work right now?
I don't have anything for work right now. I'm just waiting till my knee heals up
Oh,
and I
gotcha.
can walk again. And then whenever I can walk,
You start
I
punching
plan
people in
on
the head.
starting looking for jobs and stuff. Right?
Gotcha. Well, these checks that the government are going to be sending out should be pretty nice.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did you
I'm
get
gonna
all?
use all my money to pay for my wife's school. She's in grad school. She got bills, so we're gonna use it to pay off her bills.
Oh, gotcha. How long you been married, man?
Uh, May 17th will be a year.
Okay, nice. Um, oh, so I was gonna ask this because I always see this in the AKA gym, and I don't know if you know, but it could be. Are you allowed to be like a? Are you a McGregor fan? I just was gonna ask that. Are you a McGregor fan?
Yeah.
Is that kind of like an unspoken topic? Like if you're a McGregor fan out there, you're just not allowed to talk about it.
No, like
Okay.
you do what you want, talk how you want. I mean, especially in that gym, a lot of shit talking. I'm sure goes on. I see it a little bit the week
Yeah.
I was there. Like whatever said is said, but you better be able to hold your own. That's all I got to say.
Do you talk to DC ever? You guys get along?
Yeah, we talk. We ain't known each other that long, so I mean, we probably only had 10 conversations
Really?
total. But I mean, he's helping me out and stuff, trying to set up a situation whenever we can get out there. Whenever I can
Gotcha.
get out there, put me in a good situation to make money and still have enough time to train. So finding me an easy job to not get in the way of training.
Gotcha. Now, has he ever come into the OU room, or not the OU room, the OSU room?
Oh yeah,
Does
he
he?
came in. Yeah, for sure. I want to say only once when I wrestled there, but I don't know if you know Johnny Hendricks or not.
Yeah.
But he used to come in a lot
Really?
when I was in college at OSU, and me and him actually scrapped a lot.
Did you? Is
Went
he?
takedown.
Can he still go?
Oh, he whooped my butt
Really?
them days. Yeah, I was only weighing like 170, 69, 70. I was real small, but I thought I could go with him, and I couldn't. I don't know how much he weighed, but he was hella huge.
Dude, he was big. When he was fighting 170, he would walk in like over
Yeah, he
200
missed
pounds.
weight and stuff. I think he missed weight at the weight above 170.
I think he did miss 185 one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy had he had a real good, like, I mean, he went to the mountaintop pretty high, and I personally I thought he beat GSP, and then after that, man, it just went way downhill.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a crazy fight. I don't know.
Because
It
a
was
lot of
crazy.
people argue that GSP won 3 rounds, but barely won them. But then the rounds he lost, Johnny like whooped him. But I still, I remember watching it live. I was like, I might not be a judge, but I know who won that fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
that was pretty crazy.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like OSU does a really good job keeping those guys in there, just with the alum and stuff. Maybe they're just more public about it, but I feel like you guys
Yeah.
get a lot of guys that come in and do a good job there.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good deal. It's definitely a good family to be a part of.
Yeah, that's cool, man. And then Esposito, he's the assistant, right? He was just
Yeah.
he was just interviewing for because our coach got fired a couple weeks ago before all the coronavirus stuff. So he was
Where is this?
Oregon State.
Oregon.
Yeah. So it was Esposito, and there was a couple other guys. I think. I'm trying to remember the other guy's name, but the Pendleton actually got the job.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I think they did a good job choosing that. Pendleton seems like a good coach.
Yeah, I don't really know him. I know of him though.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Well, hey, brother, I appreciate you doing this. Just getting to talk to you a little bit, catch up. But yeah, man, if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. But we need to have our rematch in a sparring session sometime.
Anytime, brother. You know.
So
I'll be back in a couple months. I'll be back on my toes. So
all right.
I'll let you know.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Man.
So
You have a good one.
you too, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Even though I do multiple episodes a week sometimes, this week's other episode. I hope that maybe the fast information was a little bit valuable to you. I know I can ramble on sometimes, and I might have been in those waters, but yeah, I hope it was of value. I hope what Jacobe said was of value. I don't know if I mentioned this, but Jacobe and I used to be teammates for a year at Northeastern Oklahoma. So and he brought it up. I wasn't going to bring it up, but he brought up the fight we got into, and that's basically how it happened. So yeah, but no, it was a good time catching up with him. When we left NEO, I don't think we were really on super great terms, so it's just cool to see those relationships being mended over time. We're both adults, we've both grown up a little bit, and we don't hold those grudges. So man, I love you guys. If you have not yet, go over, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christian Robertson. Subscribe to this podcast and share it with one person. If you think somebody would find some value, maybe in what I said about fasting, maybe just, and you've heard some other podcasts and you just like, maybe you think they're funny. Gus and I, we kind of get into it a little bit. And I think those are a little bit comical. So maybe somebody will want to hear it for that. And maybe somebody's interested in wrestling, MMA, and just interesting people in general. I'm planning on getting some other big guests on my show that have nothing to do with sports or wrestling, but are just, experts in topics I want to talk about. So those are in the works right now. I'm not going to disclose those until those are a done deal, but big stuff coming soon, guys. So share this podcast. God bless you guys, but I think we're done here.